Hey guys, welcome to the second video in my series on how to play Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard. This video, we're just going to go through the chords involved. They are very quickly A major, D major, E major, G major, and B7. If you already know them, feel free to skip along to the next video. Hopefully there's a box for it somewhere, or the link will be in the description. Okay, so for those of you who are still watching, right, the chords, A major. So for the A major, the fourth string is on the second fret, the third string second fret, and second string second fret, like that. So they're all in a line, one here, one here, one here, and we strum from the fifth string downwards. So we don't play the sixth string, we only do the bottom five, and it should sound like that. The second chord, D major, that is the second fret on the third and the first string, so that on there, and then we put our ring finger on the third fret, second string. So for that we play just the bottom four strings. And the next chord we've got is E major. So for this, our first finger goes on the third string, first fret, and then our middle finger and ring finger come second fret on the fourth and fifth string, like that. So there, there, and there. And for this one we play all six strings. Okay, we then have G major. Now people play G major in different ways. This is kind of the biggest chord in terms of the biggest stretch we'll be doing, so if you're struggling to play it, don't worry. I play with my middle finger on the second fret, fifth string, like so. My ring finger on the third fret on the sixth string, and then my pinky finger tucked away under here. So that's the third fret on the first string, on the E string. The other way people play it, if that's a bit of a stretch, you can use your first finger here, your middle finger at the top, and then your ring finger at the bottom. So just kind of shuffling them around. So it's the same strings and the same frets, just with different fingers. If that's still a bit of a stretch, don't worry. It is quite a big chord. You can just play just this string here. So third fret, first string, with whichever finger you want, and just play the bottom four strings, and you're gonna have still a G chord. It won't be quite as full as if you're playing all the six strings, but it's still pretty good. So yeah. So feel free to play this like shorter version if you're struggling to get the whole thing. Okay, finally we have B7. So B7 is our first finger, pointing finger, the fourth string, second fret there. Our middle finger, fifth string, third fret, and then we took our ring finger in on the third string, second fret underneath. And then for this song, we're only really going to need those three fingers. You can also tuck your pinky in underneath as well, on the second string, third fret. You can omit that pinky finger if you're struggling to get the four fingers of coordination down. We're not on the chord for very long, just like 1 or 2 beats, so you don't need to worry. For this one, you play from the fifth string down. Okay, so just try and commit these chords to memory. It might take a while, especially if these are the first chords you're learning. At first it always takes a while to learn chords, and then it gets quicker the more you already know. So just keep at it. Don't put off if it takes you a few days, a few weeks, that's fine. You just want to be comfortable. Ideally you want to be able to change between them without looking at your hands. So when you're first learning them, you look at what you're doing, just take it finger by finger, and practice. So find the A chord, for example, and take your hand off and then put it back on and try and find the A chord as fast as you can. And then once you can do that with all the, say the D as well, and you can play the D, take your hand off, put it back on, still play a D, then you can practice going from A to D. So just a quick diagnosis of problems you might have and how to troubleshoot them. Quite a common one is that the low E, this string, the high E string, it gets muted when, especially with the A major, for example. It's quite easy for your ring finger to very lightly touch the E string, and then the E string, it won't play. See, so if you're getting that problem, you're trying to play your A, and these are all speaking fine, and then you get that ugly sound at the end, just make sure you're clear of the E string. And you can do that by just kind of rotating your wrist a little bit, making sure your fingers are well away, make sure your fingers nicely curved. Another problem you might have, it can happen with any chord, but particularly with the A major, if you're on a fret, so if you're actually on that metal bit, you get a sound like a something like that, especially with the A major, because your fingers are all quite close together and kind of squeezed in one fret. It can be easy to get a bit too close to the edge of the fret and get a tinny sound. Just make sure your fingers are clear of the actual frets, metal bits. Any other problems? I think that covers most of them. Just make sure you've got a nice even pressure. If you're not pushing down hard enough, you just kind of get a muted sound. So just make sure you're pushing down, and it takes a while for your fingertips to harden up. So don't over practice too much at first, especially if these are the first chords you're learning. Just do a few minutes every day, or else your fingers are going to be quite sore. So I hope this video was useful. I'll catch you guys in the next video, which will be on strumming patterns.